Is there an echo? Let me know if there's an echo. My audio on YouTube is off. My audio, somebody just said it's an echo, but I don't think there's an echo. Yeah. All right, bet. Okay, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. No echo on TikTok. Appreciate you. Okay, cool. Let's get into it, man. Let's uh let's do some things. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about some stuff. Yes. Mm-hmm. Far from here, you're gonna get muted because you are weird. Let's try not to get banned. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good day, man. I'm ready. I I really didn't have a plan on talking about this man today. I ain't gonna even hold y'all, but I saw another clip from him, and I was like, man, we gotta talk about this dude. And I don't know much about this guy. I'm full disclosure. I've only seen like maybe like a half a dozen clips of his. Most of the time, it's the stuff that I hear is innocuous. It's not like it's like obvious shit. So I'm never, you know what I mean? Like it's not something that I'm like trying to disagree with. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like regular shit. But yeah, I want to get into it a little bit. But Far From Home, what's good, man? Okay. Name the strengths. Hmm. Hmm. Uh-huh. Uh, Warriors. Hmm. Uh, Most of those things aren't characteristic, but I meant like what makes us better as far not like what we are better at necessarily, but like in what ways are we better? You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, we're stronger than women physically. Beyond that, the rest of the stuff you said didn't make any sense. Hmm. That's not true. No, women hunted too. They hunted better than men did actually. Yeah, it was very common. Yeah, you should look it up. Mhm. Yeah, because men start the wars for stupid reasons. Always. Men. No, it's not true. Men. You have to grade it. You can't grade it on um you have to do it per capita, right? So it would be men because when women have way more access to children, but men and women relatively harm kids about the same. You know what I'm saying? So men actually harm kids more than women do per capita, like per interaction. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. 100, without no doubt about it. I mean, and logically, it just makes the most sense. Like, who is it, remove kids from the equation, right? Like, let's take kids out of the equation. Let's just think, like, who is more likely to commit an act of violence against another person? Who is more likely to physically harm an individual, a man or a woman? Yeah. So men are more. I'll use a better. Men, who's more violent, and it's not even close. Men or women? Okay. So if men are more violent in every single other way, what would make you think in this way they wouldn't be the most violent? It doesn't make any sense. What I mean, what stats though? I don't think you've been exposed to many. I think you heard that from somewhere and you didn't actually look up the stats. Because if you look up the stats, it gives you like a comprehensive breakdown. And once you look at it, like all the numbers, like the aggregated numbers, then you inevitably come to the same conclusion that men are far more likely to harm children than women are. Not even close. Nope. 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 Doesn't matter. Any kid, anywhere, anytime, any place. Men are far more likely to abuse a child than a woman is. Not even close. Not even in the same, not even in the same ballpark. And actually, when you start to talk about unilaterally, when you start to talk about like across, you know what I mean, like not your kid, just children in general, men are 100 times more likely to harm a child than a woman is. Mhm. It's far more likely. Once again, who? Once again, remove the. Let's just logically, men are 100 times, 1,000. Like we're so much more violent than women are in every other capacity. What would make you think in this capacity it would be any different? I don't understand the logic there. No, that's not true. Yeah. Mhm. No, I know the stats you're talking about, and it doesn't show what you're saying. That's what once again you're missing. You're cherry picking the stats, and you're just this is like your fifth pivot, by the way, and I'm just allowing it because I think it's funny. But so women actually don't. I mean, when men actually don't raise children better, but men, you have to think about the type of men who take on the responsibility of raising the kids, right? So financially, those men are going to be more established. Those men have more help. They have girlfriends. They get remarried. They have moms. They have a support system the majority of the time. Like it's not just like a man is just raising his child on his own. Like it ain't like that, brother. Men are more likely to remarry. Men are more likely to receive help as well. Yeah, there's more diverse representation of women who are single mothers than men who are single fathers. It's like it's typically like the same type of man that is a single father. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at single moms, it's like you got some, you got working moms, you got moms that are below the poverty line, you got moms that make a good amount of money, you got educated moms, you got undereducated, like you have a bunch of different types of moms that are raising kids. But when it comes to men, it's typically like the same type of man. They're within the same, like a similar socioeconomic group. They have around the same amount of education, things of that nature. So like that's what I mean. You have to look at they do, but so do those single mothers though. No, I think naturally, I think in nature, if you left us to our nature, like just how humans are naturally, I think men and women are equal in so many ways. I think our character, I think we're really like innately, I think we're equal in so many ways. I think we balance out, right? Like 'cause we're physically stronger. I think women have a tons of advantages to men, yada yada yada. Inherently, we're socialized to be different, right? That's the problem. No, I don't think men and women are equal based on how we are socialized. I think women actually have an advantage because of how they're socialized in so many ways. In so many ways. I'm not talking about how their life actually plays out. I'm not saying like what's the word? I'm not talking about uh, like they have these advantages like economically or anything like that. I'm saying like the character, their character, they have a bunch of advantages because they're not socialized to be. They're not coddled like men are. They're more self sufficient. They're Yeah, they're better at regulating their emotions because they have to regulate their emotions. They're more logical because they have to be more logical. You know what I mean? Like women are just like because logic is like critical thinking and logic are things that you practice. You could be you could be born with a lot of critical thinking. You could be born with a lot of logic, but like you also can develop these things. These are skills that you can develop over time. What is the what is the IQ to me? What do I care about an IQ test? That's not true. The IQ test, once again, the IQ. Wait. The IQ test is sexist and racist. Why would I care about an IQ test? In all honesty, have you ever taken the IQ test? I've taken it. My wife is a psychologist. I've seen the IQ test. She'll tell you. She'll tell you that it's sexist and racist. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. What does that mean? Mm, that's not good at what? No. So you're making up stuff. If you said no, yeah, you are. If you said you are 100%, men are not better leaders than women. Like get the hell out of here. Men are terrible leaders. Look at our society. So the group, like men got their leadership role from wait, hold on. Who raised these men? Society. Everybody does. Not one who, unless you are raised in a bubble. No, that's also a dumb question because the men are you can't, sir. If the men are shitty, the men are shitty. You don't get to blame the woman for the man being shitty. You got to say, oh, the men are shitty. Once again, hold on. Once again, you missed what I said. Don't deflect on this one. I'm gonna hold you to this one. How can you blame the person who chose wrong and not the dude who actually is wrong? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. You would have to put the onus on the person that actually was doing the harm. Not hold on, listen. You can't talk while I'm talking. Okay, you can't listen while I'm talking. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. How can you put the onus on the person that actually is causing the harm versus the person who unwittingly chose the person who caused the harm to them? You see what I'm saying? How do you victim blame? Mhm. I don't know what your point is. It sounds like you just ran out of stuff to say, so now you just said. now you. I mean, you was already kind of on the you was already on the outs, but now that's just like completely irrelevant to what we're talking about now. But yeah, so in no way that what what I from this conversation, nothing you said to me sounds logical or true. Nothing is rooted in okay, yeah, funnier than them. What are you talking about? More that's more romantic than them, or just they want a man that is romantic, more funny, or just a man that can make them laugh. Taller, most men are taller than women. What are you talking about? That's not true. That's not hyper. See, you guys have a very like elementary, rudimentary understanding of these words, like, and you don't study them. You just, once again, you guys have meme knowledge. You got to stop listening to stuff on TikTok and reading memes on the internet. Like, you really should study this stuff. What you think hypergamy is, it's not. Just it's not what you think it is. The way hold on, sir. The way you're describing it doesn't make sense. You're not. So I hold on, wait. I got to stop you right there. As soon as you said you personally, I really stopped listening. I don't care about your anecdotal example. I'm not even gonna hold you. You couldn't care less. Nope, don't care. I promise you, I couldn't care less about it. All right, brother. Good luck. Yep. Um, I brought this girl over. I'm sure some of y'all wanted to hear what that dude was about to say, but I didn't. I had no, I had no, I didn't want to hear that shit. Um, Nani was good. I'm great. What's happening? Yep. Hmm. Nah, thank you. Yeah, that IQ shit is hilarious to me. Um, that was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Are we really about to sit here and talk?" But he was pivoting a lot. He was trying to be a troll, and I was just entertaining it because it was funny. So hey, sorry to everybody on the other app. I'm trying to fix my sound right now. They can't hear anything. Hold on. Okay. Say something, Ani. Let me hear. Hello. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. We're gonna have to rock it like this because I can't get my sound right on my other device. All right. And they couldn't hear anybody on the other thing. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, did you wanna say something else? I'm sorry. Oh no. I didn't know if you were gonna have another guest up. I was just gonna stay for emotional support. But yeah, no, that was that was mainly it. Because they come up here and they just start lying, and it's just, but it's frustrating. Everybody. It's yeah, no, you can hang out. I'm gonna address this prompt first. I just had that guy up because he wanted to come up, so I'm gonna address this prompt real quick, and then I'm gonna have some more people up. So yeah, so let's get into it real quick. Are you guys familiar? So this dude right here, I guess his dude name is Trip. I don't Trip from that podcast that people like. I don't know the podcast specific, like I don't know it by name, but it has Keita Rose on it. I like Keita. I think she's funny. But anyways, so I have been recently coming across a lot of his commentary and tonight's conversation. There you go. And so I think I'm coming across a lot of his commentary and I'm listening to it. And the more that I hear from him, like initially when I heard him, I clocked it a long time ago. I was like, this dude sounds like I always say people like him sound fake deep. I was like, oh, he sounds fake deep. That was my I haven't heard Phil Valentine comment on women now. But I was like, oh, this dude sounds fake deep or whatever. But I let it go. And then I heard other comments from him. And the more that I heard from him, the more I was like, oh, this is like troublesome. Like this is troubling. You know, how he frames this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's a brand of misogyny that I would call the pseudo intellectual misogyny, right? So they say things. I mean, they basically do what Kevin Samuels was doing, but like less harsh. You know what I'm saying? Um, and when I say what Kevin Samuels was doing, I mean Kevin Samuels would tell you something that made sense. If that makes sense, like he would tell you something that makes sense, right? That's like you need to get up and wash your ass, man, and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And then you're like, yeah, and it's like I can't argue with that. You need to make some money. Hey, man, you need to get up and you need to go out and make something of yourself in the world and make some money and da 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 da. You're like, okay, that's fair. Like um, I'm not gonna argue with that. And then they would say, and then they would give you the real thing that they were trying to pass off, which was like, and these women ain't shit. And let's not blame men for any, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not hold men accountable. You don't deserve love. You're a single mom. You're 500 pounds, and you're 5'2" or whatever the case may be. Like, it would always inevitably lead back to that, and that's what Trip does. So Trip does this thing where it sounds like he's giving advice to women, which I have a whole other day for that. But like, men need to stop trying to give advice to women in general. I just think it's weird. I mean, you could give advice to like I'm in sales. If Nani was in sales and she wanted advice from me as far as like sales is concerned, like I've been selling, I've been in sales for 20 years. Cool. Take some advice from me. Cool. That's great. But as it pertains to like men and women, men should not be giving advice to women. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying don't talk to your girlfriends, your homegirls, or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the men as a group trying to give advice, or a man trying to give advice to women as a group, doesn't make sense to me. I really don't understand, generally speaking. I really don't. I'm not saying there's like no time for you to do that. Like there's definitely a time when that could be, but those times are few and far between. But the amount of advice that men call themselves giving women blows my fucking mind. Like I just hear it all day long. But if you listen to it closely, inevitably it will lead you back to this same thing of them basically saying, women, you need to choose better. That's all he does. That's everything I've heard from him. I can boil it down into a condensed form. And what it equates to is ladies choose better. Women choose better. This guy, women choose better. Actually, this dude tells you to lower your standards. but he intellectualizes it, he pseudo intellectualizes it. You know what I'm saying? Where it will come off to a large group of people as like poignant and like logical and stuff like that. Because he'll say some common sense shit. Don't get me wrong. They're not like the typical red pillars. They're not always wrong, right? Like red pillars go out of their way to lie. Like that dude that was up here, everything he said was wrong. You know what I mean? Like that's a completely different vein. I'm not talking about the dudes that just say the wrong shit all the time intentionally. They like go out of their way to say the wrong thing all the time. Like Trip and Umar will admit to certain things in certain instances. Definitely. The last video I saw from this, or one of the video I saw 2 videos ago from him. He was like, we could talk about the leadership of men, and he just brushed over that part and was like, but let me get to you women. Y'all need to choose better. And I'm like, wait, I thought we were going to talk about the leadership of men and how men are failing as leaders and how we really, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Ani.
I hate to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I just wanted to say, Umar was the reason why I ran off of Instagram at 18 because I found myself, this was a mistake, but I found myself in a group of like a very like pro-Black adjacent people. And I love me, I love my people, so of course. What ended up happening was I was in a live on Instagram at that time, and Umar got invited, and I was part of the live or whatever, and we were going back and forth. I think there might still actually be a recording on YouTube. But there was a part of it where they started having a conversation about how there is the ratio of 8 women to 1 like Black man in the United States. So therefore, it would make sense if the Black woman really loved the Black man, it'd be like 8 wives to 1 man. And I was sitting here like, ew, that makes no sense. Absolutely not. And again, up until this point of conversation, everything was kind of cool. But it was really weird how like this grown individual, this grown man, they were essentially antagonizing me for disagreeing about why I would never, and my parents love me too much to randomly be part of some old man's heart, like harem, of being like the 8th wife to 1 individual man. And I was like, that's not how social economics work, right? That's not how society's formed. That's so disregard, like that's so offensive. And to hear a grown man talk about how much he loves Black women, but I'm supposed to pat my head and shake my ass to you saying that Black women are supposed to be divided amongst one another 8 to 1 man because you think you're the lion, the tiger, the bear. Oh my! I know. I was like, yeah. So they harassed me for about months. I ran onto Twitter. They found me on there too. It was awful. It was awful.
That sounds about right, though.
This was solely after he messaged one of my friends. We had just graduated high school too. He messaged one of my friends about how old he was, and this was after he got married at like a gym or something. It was a lie. But yeah, that was it.
Damn, sound about right. I'm gonna address these gentlemen real quick because they want to come up. The benevolent, go ahead, brother. What you want to say?
What's going on?
Not much, fam.
So you basically started talking on, men should not be, giving advice to women, etc. Right?
Yep.
But as I'm looking at your page, it seems like your core audience is women.
So.
And that essentially is coming from you are coaching women.
Nope.
And you are you're coaching women.
Nope, not at all.
You're taking 2 Black men, right? And you're basically pushing on the points that that a lot of Black women disagree with. So
what's your point? Do you know? Wait. Do you know what giving advice looks like? If I'm talking, if I'm addressing, if I'm addressing Black men, but Black women are listening, it's a public platform. I don't have control over who listens to me. But I'm not even addressing Black men. I just be addressing men in general. But like, if I'm addressing Black men specifically, and then Black women show up and listen, that's not me talking to Black women. I mean, I'm trying to talk to Black men, but y'all don't want to listen. You would rather go to my page and try to make an argument as opposed to listening to what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So that's not a me problem or the women who are listening problem. That's a you problem. You don't listen. That's your bad for not listening, not mine.
Manipulation.
What?
So, as a man, if especially as a Black man, if you get on and you basically adopt a lot of female talking points, and then you
be specific. What women? Hold on, sir. Hold on. What we're not gonna do when I start talking? Stop talking. I'm asking you a question. Be specific. What talking points specifically are you talking about?
Okay, so you're saying your point, pseudo intellectualized misogyny is more dangerous than overt misogyny. Okay, this is what you call one of those triggering talking points that women are going to clamor at and feed at, because these are the things that misogyny is a trigger word that upsets women. So you're doing it. So,
but what if I told you that the women don't get triggered by my things. Men like you do. That's why you're up here punching the air.
So I'm up here.
Like the craziest thing is, hold on, wait, benevolent. I want you to hear. Hold on, sir. When I start talking, stop talking, please. I want you to hear something very clearly, right? You are the target, right? I make the prompts for men like you, not for women. The women don't get triggered by this stuff. The men get triggered by this. The men like you get triggered. And here you are, triggered, not making sense. See what I'm saying? So it's working. Nani came up here because I was talking to another man. So I've been live for like 40 minutes and I've talked to 3 men and 1 woman. And you're talking about that I'm talking to, what are you talking about? Make it make sense.
Okay, so Dr. Umar. Okay,
oh, now you about to pivot. Okay, go ahead.
So Dr. Umar, okay, he has literally built a school.
So?
Okay, what you mean so?
So what?
Hold on, wait a minute. We're talking about men. Okay, you're trying to bring down a man who has done more for the
Not trying to bring him down.
You're trying to bring down a man.
I'm not trying to bring down anybody. Wait, hold on. Once again, don't make an assumption. I'm not trying to bring down anybody. The stuff that I'm saying isn't, hold on, you guys. Hold on. He is a pseudo-intellectual to me. To you, he may be a real intellectual because you're not an intellectual. But to me, he is a pseudo-intellectual. Do I think Dr. Umar has the capacity to be an actual intellectual? Absolutely. I think, no, he's not. He's not an intellectual. He is a pseudo-intellectual. He bought all of his, sir, you got to stop talking while I'm talking. I really don't want to drop you. I promise. I swear to God, I don't. But you got to calm down. Dr. Umar is, to me, he is not an intellectual. To me, it is my opinion. You can think he is an intellectual. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just telling you, from my perspective, he's not an intellectual. The advice that he gives is very topical. It is very, it is very shallow. And a lot of the things he says is actually harmful. Like when he said that he would tell his own daughter to let her husband cheat in peace. As long as he don't love, as long as her husband isn't in love with the other woman, she should just let him cheat in peace. That's what he said he would tell his own daughter. That's abuse. He told his daughter to accept abuse, but he was telling women in general to accept abuse. You see what I'm saying? That's not intellectual, sir. That's pseudo-intellectualism. That's not real intellectualism.
Dr. Umar constantly stands up for black women.
Does he?
He's not advocating for abusing black women. Okay? So what you're saying is cap.
No.
Manipulation is assuming a man who did not go to school he could come on social media and lie about it. This is what manipulation is.
Wait. I'm sorry. I can't be talking at the same time. Go ahead, Nani. What were you saying?
I said, you know what manipulation is? Manipulation is coming onto social media, lying about what a man has achieved because you haven't actually read up on him. Because all you can pay attention to is him lowering his voice and speaking very softly and kindly without actually listening to shit he said. He has not built a school. This man has sat on a park bench for the past 50 years asking people for $20 and plus after not achieving anything. So if we go onto Google right now, right, as a grown man talking about manipulation is thinking a man said he did something and not checking up on him to make sure he actually fucking did. Because if we read together, let me hold your hand now, okay, let's sound it out. It says he failed to do so. So what the fuck does that mean? It means he has not built a school, sir. So you're sitting here yelling at this man about a man who you don't even keep like any types of tabs on because he's barely able to actually achieve the things that he's lying to you about doing. And you sat here and also heard me also inform you that he sat here going at 18-year-old girls talking about the the best thing for the community is for 8 women to 1 man in the black community, and that's how we facilitate a healthy environment. And you still come over here to tell us that this man who thinks he is Malcolm X that speaks really softly and uses buzzwords is intellectual.
Yeah,
that's
he
what
does.
you're yelling at public about.
Yeah, he does. Umar does the thing you claim I do. He's the one that uses the triggering words. to trigger his audience. I don't do that. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying the thing that I think is actually true. And this is how I talk. Like I don't go out of my way to do any of this. So this is how I talk. This is the type of person I am all the time, right? But Umar actually is the person who you think I am. You see what I'm saying? You think I'm that. You think I'm that guy, but I'm not. You think I'm manipulating people, but I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm just giving you my honest opinion and honest assessment of the situation, backed up by sources, facts, stats, and all these other things. You come up here with your whole chest and say things to me that make 0 sense. 0 sense. Nothing. I ask you, what's your beef with what I'm saying specifically? You can't articulate it.
I told you, you're trying to paint Dr. Umar as this misogynistic guy,
He is.
Which he's not.
He is a misogynistic guy, though. Who are you to tell me that he's not?
Who are you to tell me that? Who are you to tell me that?
The person that understands misogyny.
So look, bro. So Nani, she brought up.
What is misogyny? What's misogyny?
Misogyny is like the hatred of women.
Yeah. So it's the hatred or disdain for women. Yeah. Okay. So wait. Now I have to let me ask you, sir. Let me ask you a question. So if this man is telling his own daughter out of his own mouth, he would tell his own daughter to let a man abuse her. Does that not sound like he hates women? That doesn't sound like hate to you?
Okay, so what is abuse?
Hold on, wait. Cheating is abuse. That's one form of abuse. There's many forms of abuse, but cheating is definitely abuse. 100% cheating is abusive as fuck.
Cheating is an abuse?
Brother, see what you don't even know what abuse is. How can you have a conversation when you don't even understand these concepts?
You gotta go look
at Go ahead, Stacey. Go ahead, Stacey.
First of all, on that gentleman, I'm going to agree with you, brother. First of all, he's messing it up, and you're right. But what we really need to address is the dude's hat starting off with FFF is 666, and I was just trying to say how that should be the start of the conversation.
Why?
That is because that's already telling what type of dude he is already. Like I was agreeing with you on that.
I don't believe in the Bible or numbers and shit like that, like in that way. So that means nothing. He could literally wear a hat that says 666. I wouldn't even think anything of it. Personally, I would. I don't know about y'all.
What you say now?
I'm not religious. So for me to be triggered by something or be, clock that, I would have to, hold on, you got a lot of background noise. For me to like see his hat and then like be triggered by it in any way, I would have to be religious, but I'm not, because I don't give a fuck about 666 or, you know what I mean? Like I don't, I don't understand. I'm not like I don't care about that. But hey, if you think, if that's what I'm saying, I think we're focused on the wrong problem. If you like, that's the least of our worries with this guy. It's his hat. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he was a full blown Satanist, I wouldn't care. That wouldn't have anything. That wouldn't have anything to do with the way that I feel about him. Wouldn't care. Yes.
Are you married?
Yep.
Have you cheated before?
Yep.
Okay. Look, listen.
Hold on, Stacey. Hold on, Stacey.
She brought up Dr. Umar. Okay, Dr. Umar has literally built his school. His school is up.
Hold on, wait. It's not. It's not open.
Okay. It's not open. But I'm saying
you can do his fine tuition so you can actually go.
Yeah, it's not open though. Yeah, but it's not open though. So he doesn't have a school yet. Yeah. But what does that have to do with him being misogynistic? No, I'm not listening to that, sir. I'm sorry. What does that have to do with him? You're not listening. What does him opening up a school have to do with him being misogynistic? Those are two completely different scenarios.
He's not misogynistic.
He is. You don't even know what misogyny is. You don't know what it looks like. Sir, listen to what I'm telling you.
You just said you cheated on your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you hate women?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, bro.
I did. Absolutely. I had a disdain for women. Absolutely. Hold on, wait. I don't think you know what the word pander means. you're asking me, and to be honest, here's where the disconnect happens. I figured it out. I figured this out a while ago. The thing is, there are a couple groups of people, right? There's two groups of people, and we're having these conversations. You have, that's the opposite of what I am. It's the opposite of what I am. But hold on, I'm going to explain to you. You have a genuine person and a disingenuous person like you, right? And then you ask a genuine person to answer a question honestly, and I answer the question honestly, and you don't know what to do because you expect me to lie. You expect me to be a liar like you, but I'm not. So I'm okay with admitting, but wait, hold on. And you don't understand. And here's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand that a person could be something at one point in time. You act like human beings are supposed to remain the same, right? So you're the only one who thinks I'm being a hypocrite right now. If you think that by me admitting that at one point in time I have done egregious things in my life, brother, you want to ask me about everything I've done in my life? Like, let's not stop there. I've done so many things. Rob, like I've done all types of shit to people when I was growing. I've done all types of things to people, bro. All types of shit, right? I'm 42 now, and I'm growing up, right? And I'm becoming a better human being. I would like to think so. And you're acting like I'm a hypocrite for saying, yeah, I've done those things in the past, but now I'm not in that headspace anymore. And moving forward, I'm not going to do those things, and I'm becoming a better person. That makes me a hypocrite?
And basically equating that infidelity equals misogyny.
Infidelity does equal misogyny. I'm sorry, not all forms of, I'm sorry, hold on. You got some, oh, I'm sorry, it's not you. Stacey, you gotta remain on mute. I'm sorry, go ahead, Benevolent. I thought it was you. I muted you for the background noise. If a man is telling women, that they should just accept men cheating on them, that is misogynistic to me. To me, that's very misogynistic. You can ask the women about that. You can ask anybody else. I don't know. But to me, I interpret that as full-blown misogyny. I'm like, what? Why would you tell women to just accept being abused? It doesn't make sense to me, right? Why do men? Because he would never tell a man accept a woman cheating on you. He would never tell men that, ever. He would never say it goes both ways. He would never say, I've never heard him say, I've only heard him say, let that man cheat in peace. I've never heard him say, let that woman cheat in peace, ever. So, what does that have to do with him being misogynistic? What are you talking about?
If he's advocating for repairing a relationship with a woman, how would that make him a hater of women, since he's trying to repair?
He's trying to repair the relationship with. He's trying to get that woman to stay in a relationship with an. Hold on, you're not listening. Hold on, you can't talk and listen. I'm answering your question. He's trying to manipulate women to get them to stay in an abusive relationship with a man. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to tell the woman, forgive that man's transgressions. Go to counseling. Oh, don't give up. Don't give up. Let that man abuse you. Let that man abuse you. And then after he abuses you, let him abuse you some more. And then when both of y'all are sick of the abuse, go to counseling, and then y'all can stay together. Like, what? You would tell your mama to stay with a man after he cheated on her? I don't give a fuck if it was your daddy. You gonna tell your mama to stay with a man after he cheated on her? Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
Stop asking questions and the answers for 5 seconds. And I'm sorry for interrupting. I really want you to listen to the answers that public. No, man, sir, man, child, infant, fetus. And I say this because, hold on, Stacey.
Stacey, you got a lot of background noise, brother. You might have to drop and come back.
Well?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all want me to hold on so y'all can continue conversation that y'all already won?
No. I just want you to hold on because you got a lot of background noise.
Telling me to hold on for this conversation that y'all both obviously have won the argument. I know it's an argument, but come on, dog.
Hey man, he asking me questions, Stacey. Go ahead, Stacey. Go ahead, get your shit off. I brought you up here. You right. Go ahead, man.
Right. And I'm saying that you won that conversation. It's
Okay.
over with. Done.
Okay.
You take him off, bro.
No, I'm gonna leave him up. I'm gonna let him ask. Go ahead.
But originally, when I was coming on talking about was when we was talking about the fatherhood and motherhood of who takes care of a child better. But then the deal about the hat was also a deal with me. And then I'm trying to figure out why we even talking about these two guys in the first place. Like, what was the point? And then it does seem like you got 90% of a lady crowd. And I'm not here to bash women, but when men and women are talking in the same room, it's always going to be a problem. Like, it should be a man audience and just a woman audience. Because when you get them together, it's going to be like somebody.
Stacey, I cannot control who comes in our spaces. It's 800 people in here. It's 800 people in the room right now actively. It's probably 400 or 500 watching us from outside. I can't control who's in here, brother. So what are you talking about? We're on TikTok. It's a public space. We're gonna have the conversations. We're gonna have the conversations. I'm not afraid to have the conversations in front of women. I'm not afraid to have the conversation in front of men. Who cares? We're here now, right? The reason why I'm talking about these gentlemen is because they're dangerous, because they try to intellectualize misogyny, which is dangerous to women and dangerous to men and dangerous to children. So that is why we're talking about these men. So to me, if I had to look at this from a political perspective, because I like talking politics, these men are like Democrats, right? And Andrew Tate and them, they're like far right-wing extremists, right? They're they're Republicans, right? They're both dangerous. These dudes work for the establishment. So does Andrew Tate. They all work for the establishment. But these dudes make it more palatable. They're Obama. They're the Democrats. They'll get all the dangerous bills passed while nobody is looking because they're Democrats. Because we voted for the Democrats and blah 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 blah. Whatever. They'll get everything. They'll make it go through. But you can spot the Republicans a mile away, right? Like Malcolm X said, you can spot the wolf a mile away. It's the foxes that are very, very dangerous, and these dudes are foxes to a lot of people. So that's why we're talking about them. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Nani. I'm gonna let Nani finish her statement. Go ahead, Nani.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like respectfully, I don't know if you're here and you're mad at women because your mom, there was a live of your mom beating your ass on live. Maybe that's why you have a hatred towards women. His mama was beating his ass on live, but it's neither here nor there. The benevolent.
Oh shit.
But anyways, my point is.
Damn.
My point is, right? Respectfully, my point is, right?
God,
you come on social media platforms and you're trying to talk about something really educated, you need to also understand and actually be honest about, do you understand the words that you're using? Do you understand it in its depth, right? And I say this because when you're talking about he's not a misogynist, but this man is coming out and saying it's okay, let someone cheat on you and accept them back, and then also compare that to, but he's trying to keep a family together. He's advocating for the very same thing that's breaking up the family to begin with. 1 + 1 = 2, not 55. And it sounds like you're trying to tell us equals 55, and we're not biting, And so I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to, create a good and healthy environment for people, it should be one where you're not advocating for people being disloyal, being abusive, and being reckless with other people, especially the person that you plan to spend the rest of your life for. That's just, an ounce of education, respectfully. That's all I wanted to add.
Yeah. Damn, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened to you, bro. That's crazy.
That actually didn't happen to me. Like I said, he was just making up a story to try to be funny.
Why would I make up a story to try to be funny? I don't know you like that.
Why would she make that up? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, these women are delusional. They live in weird scenarios.
Why are you trying to gaslight me, but everybody else saw it?
And then they get on the internet and they start spitting the delusion and the whole schizophrenia type of
schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia? I think you're using words wrong.
Do you know what schizophrenia is?
Spell it, because I want to make sure you know that you're defining it properly. Spell schizophrenia.
So like I was saying before.
No. We ain't gonna brush over that, fam. Why are you using words out of context? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not using the word out of context. She's using made-up scenarios in her head.
They're saying it's on your page right now, bro. Everybody's lying in the comments too. It ain't just her. All right. I don't know. I'll take.
And look, you see how dangerous that claim is. So we see this in society today. In order to destroy a man,
oh my God,
people come and create lies and then spew lies on a man because they know.
But that's what you just did to me. Hold on, benevolent. Hold on, brother. Hold on. I gotta stop you right there. That's crazy. That's what you just did to me. You just came up here lying on me. You just came up here projecting on me. You just came up here making a bunch of assumptions on me. You just did that to me. How are you saying that's a wait? Wait, hold on. Time out. I really need for you to answer this question. I need for you to answer this question. How can you say what you're saying while and here's why it's hard for me to take y'all seriously. You guys constantly project. You literally are doing the thing you're accusing Nani of. But I believe there is a video of you. People, because other people are saying it right now. That's what I'm saying. So without me seeing it, just me going off, I'm not, even if I don't take her word, I'll take the 5 or 6 other people in the comments saying it's true. So I'm not understanding. Like they're saying that it's real. So I think it's real. I'm gonna assume that it's real. But maybe, but for now, since I can't log off and go investigate it for myself, I believe. Hold on, wait. I believe it's real. All I'm saying is I believe it's real, right? But my point in saying that is the things that you are accusing me of are not you can't substantiate anything you're saying about me personally. You see what I mean? So let's move that aside. What I'm getting from this is you're projecting, right? You are very misogynistic. You have some deep-seated hate of women. Nani clocked it. It sounded like you got a problem with your mom, right? And that's where it's coming from. I didn't say you didn't love your mama.
I was trying to, because I'm not going to allow you to try to bash and drag down Dr. Umar when he has done more for the black community than you.
What has he done for the black community? Hold on, wait. What has Dr. Umar done for the black community?
Okay, simple. Okay, so we know that black young boys, because of racism, they're constantly, especially in school, they're constantly trying to label black boys that they have a learning disability. These young black boys do not have learning disabilities, okay? They are ignored. They're not received enough attention. They're not giving.
What does that have to do with Umar?
Nobody has patience with. Umar sits down, evaluates these.
That's his job. He's a school psychologist. That's what he does for a living. He doesn't just do it for black boys. Hold on. He doesn't just do it for black boys. He does it for everybody in the school district because he's a school psychologist. That's what benevolent. Stop talking. I promise you, it ain't gonna work. That is his profession. His profession is a school psychologist. That's his fucking profession. He doesn't do it for black kids, but he does do it for some black kids and some white kids and some Asian kids and whoever else they put in front of him. My wife is a school psych. I understand the job fairly well. So give me another example. You said he's done so much for the black community. Name it. That's not it. Moving on. Name it. Give me another example.
What do you mean that's not it?
I just told you. Go ahead, Stacey.
Hey, hold on, youngster.
Hold on.
Let me ask him a question. Hey, boss man.
Yep.
You said that you cheated on your wife.
No, I didn't say I cheated on my wife.
That's what they was talking about earlier.
No, he asked me have I cheated, and I said, yeah, I have cheated before.
Yeah, you did say he said on your wife.
No, he didn't say on my wife. Y'all don't listen. I listen very well.
Hold on, first of all, I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. I do listen to you.
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Wait. You got too much dip on your chest. I'll talk to you any way I want to, but I'm not even being disrespectful. I'm telling you, you didn't listen. You didn't listen well enough, Stacey. I'm telling you didn't listen well enough. Okay. Y'all, I don't know why y'all, it's this craziest concept that y'all like do this weird thing. Sir, I'm telling you, I'm just correcting you. He asked me, am I married? I said, yep. Then he said, have you ever cheated? That was all he said. And I said, yeah, I have. That was the question. That was it.
Miss Nani.
Yes.
Miss Nani, did the gentleman ask him, has he cheated on his wife? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. Miss Nani, did the gentleman ask him, has he cheated on his wife? And he said, yes, I cheated.
He said he cheated when he asked the question separately. He asked if he was married, and public said he was. And then he asked if he had cheated, and public said he has. Now, I would assume that maybe Beloved made the assumption that he cheated on his wife, but his wife was not. Those were two different things. So that would be a conclusion he came down to, but that's not anything that public himself said.
So the question I was asking, the reason why I was asking that question, brother, was because I was asking, did y'all work it through that hard times? And so, because couples work through hard times, or someone.
Me and my wife worked through tons of hard times that I caused her. We worked through. Look. I want to put this very plainly and clearly. Not beyond the cheat, aside from the cheating, right? Like not that. Just issues that I've had and have still. Me and my wife are working through issues and have worked through tons of issues that I was the cause of. Every single one. Like I will not, and I've been with my wife for 17 years. I will not sit up here and play with y'all and play in y'all face and play this. I'm not like, I'm telling y'all, I'm really not. I'm as honest as I possibly can be. I'm telling you without a doubt that over 17 years of a relationship with my wife, that every single issue we have had as a couple has been caused by me. Every single one.
I can see the genuine, brother. I'm not doubting that.
No, I'm just one. Not even just to you. This wasn't directed to you. I'm just saying in general. I need for people to understand that it's not. I don't have a reason to lie about this shit. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all about it. You know what I'm saying? So no, I am the and here's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not what I felt this whole entire time. It's like let's be clear. That's not what I didn't feel like this 3 years ago. I didn't feel like this 5 years ago. You see what I'm saying? This is me working through it though, and finally coming out of the tunnel. And I'm like, oh shit, it actually was my fault. I actually do have control. I actually can make things better. You see what I'm saying? Like that's me now. But yeah, if you asked me the question 5 years ago, I probably sounded just like Benevolent.
I can sense the genuine. I can hear it in your voice, bro. I'm not doubting that. I was asking that because people do work through stuff. So part of saying what they was talking about him working through couples that people cheat. You know, the part of working through it, like having it to where a woman is going to listen to you and understand that you're going to make those type of mistakes once in a while.
Yeah, no, you're not cheating once in a while is not okay. Ever. Cheat one time, the relationship should end, right?
Like you, I would not talking about just cheating in general. I'm just talking about making mistakes.
Making mistakes is okay. I don't think if you make a mistake in a vacuum, like yesterday I made a mistake. I went to my wife's car, I started it up. It's an electric car. I started it up, I forgot to cut the car off, and I went to work and the battery died. That was a mistake that I made. That okay. I came home, jumped it for her, whatever, the car was fine, right? But that's a mistake that I made. We can work through that. That's a mistake you work through. You don't work through a mistake like abuse. You don't like the woman doesn't owe that to you. If a man abuses a woman one time and she leaves him after one time of abuse, that makes a lot of sense. If she wants to stay, fine. But she doesn't owe the man to stay. I don't care if they got 20 kids together, if they've been together for 58 years, and he only abused her the one time it don't fucking matter. She doesn't owe him to stay. And that is the thing that this dude be telling women to do, and that's dangerous. You don't tell people to stay in an abusive relationship, ever. It doesn't make sense. I would never tell Stacy to stay in an abusive relationship. If your girl cheated on you and you was talking to me boy to boy, I'd be like, leave her. I would not ask you, was that her sneaky link? Was she in love with him? I'd be like, you need a place to stay, brother. You can sleep in the garage, fam. I got, I'm not about to tell you to stay in an abusive relationship. That's crazy.
I'm agree on 100 with you, brother. I'm agree with you. I was just saying about the battle that we go through today with social media and everybody always trying to make it look like, you know what I'm saying? Like you should just leave instead of saying, hey, we'll work through this. Let's work through this. But I'm like what you said earlier. I'm not necessarily just talking about cheating.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about
but I mean, okay, so I'll give you another example of something that happens constantly. So, a man, especially like with kids, let's bring kids into the situation. You're married, you got kids, your wife needs you to help with the kids more. She needs you to clean up. She needs you to be more attentive with the kids, and you're not attentive. That's abandonment. Neglect is also abuse, right? If you're neglecting your kids, it's classified as abuse. If you're neglecting your wife, it's classified as abuse. So if a man is neglecting his wife or neglecting his children, and then the woman wants to leave after, I don't know, 5 months of neglect, 6 months of neglect, leave. She don't owe it to him to work it out with him. Leave. If she wants to stay, stay. If she wants to stay, I'm not gonna tell her don't. You know what I mean? Like that's for her. But I'm saying like if she leaves, I'm not gonna be like, oh, nowadays they just don't want to work it out. They shouldn't have to. That's my point. Why would you have to?
If she denies him multiple times of not having sex, should he leave as well?
Why? But why would she? I got you, Nani. But why would she deny him multiple? Why would she be doing that?
Like if she doesn't want it, she married him, but then she's constantly saying no when he wants to have sex.
In a vacuum, yeah, I wouldn't accept that personally, but we know that generally, if a woman is denying you sex, it's for a reason. It's not just because she don't want to have sex with you. Probably something that you're doing that's causing her vagina to dry up. So you should probably address it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. No shit.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nani. I'm gonna mute you up, Stacey. You got a lot of background.
Yeah, thank you. I do want to say
I appreciate y'all coming up, man. Go ahead.
People kind of talk about this whole pandemic of people choosing to leave rather than stay, like it's the end of the world. It's not. If you do something and your partner does not feel like it's okay or it's safe for them to be in that environment anymore, we should advocate for people leaving more, right? Because the obsession of staying with somebody for a long time, so you can sit here and say that you were married for 45 years, it's ridiculous. Health, sanity, and all of those things are so much more important, right? Than just staying with somebody for the sake of staying with them. And I feel like Stacey was kind of having his own conversation with you. I don't necessarily think he was listening to the things that you were saying. But I also feel like it's, what's it called? If you feel like your partner is not giving you the intimacy that you want either, nobody is requiring you to stay. I think it becomes a problem when you think if they are not giving you the intimacy that you need, that there's something broken or wrong with them to justify cheating on them. That's what I wanted to say.
Somebody said it in the comments too. They said these be the same, like, and then those men will turn around and blame the women for not choosing better. You know what I'm saying? So if the women leave, that's them choosing better. So you can't blame them for leaving when they, you know what I mean? Like that's a weird.
It's always choose better until you actually do, and it's like, but not with me though.
Yeah, or choose better, which because men, like I've talked about a million times, men are the biggest pick me. So it's like choose better. And then the women go, okay, I choose to be by myself. No, you're gonna die alone with your cats. Okay, well I don't feel safe with you, so I'll choose a bear. Oh, well go be with the bear. Like, like if yeah, it's all they always turn themselves into a victim. So it's like if you don't choose the man, he's going to be upset. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when they said I needed to choose better, and I told them that it was actually a good thing that the men that I don't want to attract aren't attracted to me because they were trying to embarrass me throughout the whole thing. And they're like, well, don't you want to I was like, no, if I'm doing the right thing, right? You are not attracted to me. You're the last person I tried to attract. And the way these men were throwing feces at the wall about how like choosing better doesn't mean don't choose me though. Like, okay.
Choosing better never means don't choose them. That's it's crazy, man. What up, Mr. Facts?
What up, man? What's going on?
Chilling. Hey, y'all, hold on. Where we at? 84,000 likes. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get over 100,000 real quick. I know we can. We got damn near 700 people in here. Made a Cash App one time and $1 a do. Y'all know what it is. Let's keep it going. Go ahead, Mr. Facts.
Yeah, I was looking at the prompt and I'm just trying to figure out maybe you can help sort it out for me. So far as you saying that the pseudo-intellectualized misogyny is worse. You thinking it's more dangerous than overt misogyny? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's more dangerous because it's sneakier. I think it's harder.
Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah, no, I just think it's like I said before, it's akin to the Democrat establishment, right? If anybody knows me, knows I'm not in favor of either party because I'm anti-establishment, and I know that both parties work for the establishment, which is basically the billionaires, the one percenters, the capitalists, whatever, so on and so forth, right? So I'm not beholden to either party. Is one party better in some ways than the other party? Yes, absolutely, right. One party is not overtly racist, the Democratic Party. One party is overtly racist, the Republican Party. But both parties, work for the same people at the end of the day, right? So do you want to, to me, it's the argument of, do you want to unalive by cancer, or do you want to unalive by a bullet by a pew pew to the brain, right? The Democrats are a cancer. Like, they'll kill you over 5 or 6 or 7 years. They'll unalive you over 5 or 6 or 7 years. Whereas the Republicans, they coming at your neck right away. But the one that you can see coming, the one that you know without a doubt is a threat, are the Republicans, and that's why 90% over 90% of Black people vote for Republicans, vote for Democrats, right? Because of the overt racism. If the Republican establishment wasn't overtly racist, more Black people will vote for them. More, especially Black men, right? Because they love the misogyny of the Democratic establishment. They regurgitate their talking points all the time, but they are overtly racist, so they won't vote for the Republican establishment, right? That is what these dudes are like. I appreciate you, Constance. That is what these dudes are like to me. That is what they are like. The fox, like Malcolm X said, they are the fox. They are the foxes, right? They're the wolf in sheep's clothing, right? They're disguised, and on the surface, it would come off as, oh, they have our best interest at heart. That's why you'll have a bunch of people coming up here talking about, I love Umar. This guy's a Trip's okay. I love Trip. I love Umar. Like, what? Have you listened to what these dudes are saying? This dude is I don't know the terms for the what's it called, for the Pokemon card people, but so nobody come after me. But like, these dudes aren't like fully formed Charizards. Don't get me wrong. They're in the early stages. You know what I'm saying, of the formation. But they're still Pokemon. Like, they're still dangerous. They're just not as dangerous, no doubt about it. They're not as extreme or overtly extreme, but they're still a threat, and they plant the seeds. And without these types of dudes, I think it'll be way harder to get Black men, or men in general, to sign up for the overt misogyny that a lot of men sign up for, right? The red pill ideology, the Andrew Tates of the world, the ones that just come straight out with it and just like, yeah, I don't like these women pretty much, right? Like, it oozes off of them, right? But without these dudes, it's hard to get a dude who don't, he don't know nothing. He don't really know left from right, up from down, or whatever. And he runs into these dudes. He goes, oh, yeah, women do need to choose better. I mean, I can't argue with that. That's how it starts. Yeah, I can't really argue with women need to choose better. I could hear that. Yeah. Not hold him in accountable. You get into the habit of not holding men accountable, not holding men accountable, not holding men accountable. Now you're full on blaming the women for the problems. Before you know it, you're full on blaming the women for the problems that the men are creating. Go ahead, Mr. Fax.
I guess our definitions of overt misogyny is a little different, because to me, overt misogyny is when a man shows hatred towards women, where he basically condones verbal abuse, threats, violence, discrimination based on their gender, right?
Yeah.
And basically, he condones physical harm of women.
That's overt. Yeah.
To me, that's
not physical. By the way, it doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be physical.
Well, we're talking about extremes, right? So yes, it does have to be physical to say it's extreme. To say that's
wait.
So you don't think that's extreme?
Hold on, wait.
It's not extreme?
That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying that's not extreme misogyny
hold on.
to physically harm a woman.
Listen to what I'm saying. Stop talking over me, thinking you cooking. You're not. I didn't say that physically harming a woman is an extreme. I'm saying.
I just turned on the stove, my brother.
I got you. Okay. So.
Turn on the stove.
Okay. I'm saying that. Okay. I'm saying, coupled with other things. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that's not the only form of extreme of abuse. I know. I was adding context to it because you were saying hitting a woman physically. You said I think it's physically, physically.
If we're talking about extremes, if we're talking about extremes, let's keep it in context. That's what I was trying to say.
So what I'm saying is that cheating is an extreme. Hey, let's tell you out. Is an extreme form of abuse. You see what I'm saying? And it's physical, by the way. For the most part, I mean, when you physically cheat, right?
So what's more severe? What's more severe, beating a woman or cheating on her? What you think is more severe?
I honestly don't know.
Why is that relevant?
I don't know. It's not relevant, and also I really don't know. Like I couldn't tell you.
Because we're talking about extreme misogyny. Because what I'm getting to is, hold on, just be chill for a second. What I'm trying to piece together is if he's saying that this intellectualized misogyny is more dangerous, you're basically saying it's more dangerous than overt misogyny, extreme misogyny, with men is unaliving women.
I think. Wait. I think you're missing.
That doesn't make sense.
Mr. Facts, hold on, bro. Hold on. Wait. I think you're missing what I'm saying, Mr. Facts. He is actually advocating for women to be extremely abused. So is he. They just do it in a different way. That's my point. When you tell women, when you put the onus on women, right? When you say, like this dude does, when men, bad leadership is bad leadership. Men can be bad leaders, but women, you guys need to learn how to follow. Huh? What are you talking about? We could talk about men being terrible, but how long until you wake up and stop choosing these terrible dudes? Huh? What are you talking about? What if a woman is already in an abusive relationship? What are you telling her to do? Leave? What if she can't leave? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are you actually saying right now? You're putting women in harm's way. How I interpret what he's saying, right? This dude literally said, like I said 1,000 times, he literally said, let that man cheat in peace. Let that man abuse you in peace. As long as he ain't in love with that woman, let him abuse you in peace. What do you?
Which guy?
Umar said that. Umar said, let that man cheat in peace. Yeah, he said.
Yeah, I don't really follow these guys.
Yeah, me either. I don't either. But I hear them. I hear what they say, and every time I hear what they say, I'm like,
So his conclusion was just let them cheat, and then that's it. I mean, they don't. That's it. He just said just let them cheat.
He said,
and just go on about your day.
He said, he didn't say leave him. He said have a discussion with him. Ask him, are you in love with? Is he in love with the woman? And if he's not, y'all can work it out. Huh? What?
That's problematic. Yeah, that's problematic for sure. If they're saying that, if that's the conclusion.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's dangerous. This dude is telling women that could be in abusive relationships that they chose wrong and that they should just leave the man, and it's their fault for choosing the man. That's crazy. That's dangerous. They're dangerous. They're putting women in harm's way. There's no way around it. They're putting women in harm's way, bro. Period. And abuse is abuse is abuse. That's how abuse works. Go ahead, Toxic King.
You literally just said everything I was about to say in reply to him, but I want to touch on the prompt real fast.
Go ahead, brother.
I think, and like you've known me for the last couple of months, or pop in and out, so you've been able to see a little bit of my transformation. But on the back end, I've been doing a lot of research just through history, and after hearing we're setting my For You page, getting more women's story on my For You page, and realizing I know that men lie all the time because I've been around male spaces. You know what a barbershop is. Mm-hmm. All these dudes over here beating on their chest, talking about how much they love booty and all this other stuff. But really, I understand you like some ass, but you're not going to be out here making your whole life in every conversation about it. Yeah. We know how men engage with one another.
So hearing the inverse of mostly women's stories, I was like, yo, there was never any question about this. And that made me start looking at history different. Instead of listening to the victors, look at the in-between, the resistance, the people who survive regardless of what the victors wanted, right? And this goes to these type of men. So I was a little bit of F-boy growing up. I will admit that. Did my share of nerd. I do think that the natural evolution of an F-boy who actually is surrounded by women and hear women is either to be like, I don't know the dude's name, not Umar, the other guy.
Trip. His name is Trip.
Trip. Yeah, you need to become a dude like Trip who like is still thinking like internally. He's not self-reflecting, right? He's understanding the little bit more information that he's given by actually having proximity to women, but that last little bit of misogyny isn't clicking. Right, that's something that he's going to have to get over in order to become a better person. But the problem with dudes like him is they make the subtle misogyny so talented. Right? That was a dude that came up here earlier that asked, "Oh, what if your wife stops giving you sex?" It's like, one, figure out what the reason is.
I got you, Nani.
The person who's attracted to you, who loves you, is going to want to jump your bone unless there's some reason you're doing something or something go internally. It's just like, I'm not in the mood. It's your job to like understand it, and as your partner, you should want to then try to alleviate whatever the problem is. If that's your concern. But he was saying it in a way like, no, you're my wife, you own this.
Yeah.
And that's what I realize about these dudes. All you have to do, I call it cranking up the volume a little bit on what they're saying so you can really get the message, right? Because no matter how pretty Trip might make something sound, at the end of the day, his overall ideology will always come back to women are my property and I am owed something from them, be it a relationship, be it time, be it forgiveness, be it sex, be it something. But any relationship should be, hi, this is something that I want, but this is also something I'm willing to give. Oh, you want to give me that? That's great. And you want this thing that I have. That's fantastic. Like, a relationship don't have, like, I just moved in with my girl, my fiance, we're over here planning on getting married and shit like that.
Nice.
And, like, I've noticed we've been together for, like, the last, like, 8 months. We know each other years old. But, like, we don't have arguments. Because no issue that we run into is like I'm causing the issue and you're causing the issue and we're trying to like impose ourselves on one another. If something's wrong, our first mindset is ask clarifying questions and all right, let's go see what we can do to rectify this problem. You're a unit, you're a team, you're not a man extracting from a woman, but that's with this whole patriarchal mindset, this whole capitalistic mindset, this whole hierarchical mindset that we're just born into and expected to abide by. It's what gives these dudes. I'm not going to label y'all like that, but and this is my finish point that I know I'll be yapping. Ultimately, I believe that the whole idea of a man, the role, is a gaslight, right? And it's a gaslight because men who never achieve anything. I've built up a 6-figure business. I've been in the military. I've been in combat. I've done all the beat on your chest, manly things. I never felt fulfilled by that. It's because I realize I'm not doing any of this for me. I'm doing it to abide by a role that I don't really even care about. That if I look at the older men who abide by that role, they're all miserable. Right? My grandfather, this motherfucker can't even tell me he loves me unless he's drunk. I don't want to be that way. That's where those type of ideologies get me because everybody, all these men are performing for a role and failing at it. And then angry at everybody else and blaming everybody else for their failure. The game was already stacked against you. You need to stop abiding by the role and learn how to replay the game in a way that advantages you, dog.
Damn. Yeah, go ahead, Nani.
Yeah, I would like to say, in short, a lot of this is due to anti-intellectualism. And I say anti-intellectualism because you'll find that this is a surface area. Well, this is where the position where a lot of surface area men find themselves, right? It's where they find out like themselves to sound valid. Again, they'll lower their voice. They'll speak really soft. This is a person that'll be like, instead of being like, oh, the dog ran across the street, they'll be like, and that black dog saw me and we made eye contact. Like they exaggerate.
Over explain every fucking thing.
Over explain everything that takes 2 seconds to say because it's the area of expertise where they feel like they are smart, right? And I think the reasons why like a lot of this is just as toxic, right? Even emotional manipulation can stay for a lifetime, right? Emotional abuse can be just as long as a physical abuse. But also on top of that, they know that if they say the words buzzwords, if they say the words manipulation, you'll hear men come on every 5 seconds when they learn a new word from another space. They'll overuse the word gaslight and all of these things because it's the extent of intellectualism that they get, right? And the reasons why pseudoscience is so dangerous is because I think a lot more people have less
the ability to
smart people out there.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of smart people out there.
Yeah.
The lights is off at a lot of people's houses. And so their proximity to listening to something that sounds really smart is sometimes these guys who kind of give themselves that same title. And it's really harsh because when you have women, it's like when they say choose better, that requires a woman that's able to actually observe society, observe mannerisms that are toxic, right? But when they sit here listening to these men who are manipulating them, who are telling them that, oh, if a woman says this to you, she must be cheating, she must be doing this. They're just finding a way to kind of validate themselves in their ignorance in society, and it just happens to be women at the back end of that.
Facts. Go ahead, Mr. Facts.
Yeah, I hear what she's saying, but what I don't get is if these men are so dumb, how are they able to manipulate these women if they lack the intelligence? Like, if you're an intelligent individual, can you peep out somebody's manipulating right
It's
away?
not the women
And disconnect.
Let him
That's
let him
kind of
finish.
like a contradiction to me. If these men are so stupid and Neanderthals, they're troglodytes, right? Like they live in a cave, right? So why is it that they're manipulating so many women?
So wait, go ahead, Nani. Go ahead. You can respond.
So if you listen to the words I said respectfully, I said that the men are easily manipulated. Contrary to popular belief, I think men are a bit more submissive to each other than women actually are meant to be, right? And the reason why I say that is because you don't need the women to agree to the BS that is being said in order for men to project that out. That's usually what happens. You have a lot of men who will come onto social media, whether I'm speaking, right, or whether somebody else is speaking, who will tell these women these same things, and women will roll their eyes, right? However, because the men agree with them, the men instantly think that the women are the one being stupid. That's what's keeping the cycle. It's not the women just that's keeping the cycle. It's the men agreeing to the nonsense that's being said that takes them to the back where they're like, oh, these women are so stupid. These women don't know. You don't go to a woman to ask for advice on how to find another woman. These women don't know how to attract men. These women, they'll say all of these things, so they don't give a crap if the women agree or not, because their target audience is benching on the fact that these men, are going to be dumb enough to believe it so they can regurgitate the same thing. And when their audience are other men, it's just going to keep on happening.
And also, I want to you got to take into account that men have a vested interest in keeping up the lie. So a lot of men know, like Mr. Facts, I think you know that the majority of shit you say is wrong. I have a hard time thinking. I'm not. See, y'all be thinking I be playing. I'm 100% serious. I'm not, brother. Mr. Facts, I'm not. I am not joking. This is no shade, no tea. I'm telling you. And I'm not. Wait. I'm gonna let you finish, bro. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm just telling you from my perspective. I honestly think that and men like that the majority of the things that you're saying on these topics, not in life. I don't know what you say outside of, what I'm saying. I'm sure you know a lot about a lot of things, right? But I'm saying as it pertains to these types of topics, I think that I have a hard time believing that you don't know that what you're saying doesn't make sense. I have a hard time believing that you don't know what you're saying. You've never you've never experienced them for yourself. You've never seen them in any real life example. You've never read anything to actually support what you're saying that was rooted in anything scientific, right? Nothing. So I think what you're saying doesn't make sense. I think what you're saying doesn't add up. But men have a vested interest in believing the lie and perpetuating the lie. And so and that's why you will find a bunch of men, like when you listen to red pill dudes, to me, none of these, I won't say none of these dudes, I won't talk about them specifically, but definitely on TikTok. I'll just take it to TikTok. Just think about the dudes who are red pilled, right? Think about the level of education they have or lack thereof. Think about the lack of the lack of articulation they have. They can't speak. Think about their underdeveloped emotional intelligence. Like, like these men, when you're in these spaces, there's no way you can be in here with these men and be going, that's the guy I want to follow. Like, that's not it. You're not, when you go listen to, I don't want to name these dudes, but you know, when you,
use me as an example, dog.
when you,
Dudes are brain dead when it comes to, because they never want you to actually say anything new. And that's one of the reasons why, like, my Toxic King stuff, like, got, like, really depressing and boring for me after a while. Just because I noticed I wasn't saying anything new. Because they don't want to hear anything new.
No.
And, like, I have to find creative ways to say the old things, but they only want to hear things that emotionally resonate with them.
they like the same jokes. They like the same jokes over and over and over again. That's for sure. That's what I'm saying. So I like, for me, by the way, just for, and this is no Toxic King, we already talked about this. When he does what he does, or what he did with the satire he would do with the misogynistic shit, he was pandering to misogynistic men. They didn't even, and here's the thing, there's no way you can watch those videos and think this dude's telling the truth. There's no way for you to watch the video and come away from that going, Toxic King is being genuine. They knew he was spit. They knew it was satire, but they used it anyway. They took it and adopted it as truth anyway, even though they knew he was being satirical. They knew it. That's what I'm saying. There's no way for you guys to convince me otherwise. You can't tell me that these dudes don't actually, that y'all don't know that the shit that you saying don't make sense. There's no fucking way. I'm listening to shit you saying and I'm like, okay, have you heard that ever in real life? Nope. Have you ever seen it in real life? Nope. Have you ever read anything? Nope. Have you? Nope. 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 All down the line, right? Okay, cool. So why do you believe it? Because you heard it from another nigga that heard it from another nigga that heard it from another nigga, and so on and so forth. And what it is it's the status quo. And men will bend over backwards to keep the status quo intact. Even the average man, even the below average man. Those men specifically want to keep the status quo intact because they want their turn to ride the ride. They're like, I want to get the chance to ride the ride. They're just thinking they're waiting in line and they're going to get the chance to ride the ride. But the thing is, I want to tell you guys, you're never going to be able to ride it. The ride isn't there. You guys don't even get to experience it. It's a fucking hologram. It's not real. You'll never reach it. It's not a real thing. But you can't tell these men that. They keep thinking they're going to ride the ride. One day I'm going to get the full experience of being a misogynistic man and having women at my feet and having 8 wives, like Nani said, this jackass was something. Like, they can't wait for that day. They can't wait for it. And so they protect it at all costs because they're like, oh my God, one day it's going to happen. They'll be 68 fucking years old. And that's the day they finally fucking realize I'm never going to get there. And then they get on the internet talking about, you know, we just be looking for love all the time. We just been looking for love in all the wrong places. I just want a girl that's going to cook me a good meal and rub my feet and rubs my back and treat me nicely. That's when niggas want to settle down. When they 72 years old and they dick pointing left, when the motherfucker should be pointing straight and they balls is hanging up. Like, now it's time to settle down. Now it's time to settle down. That's the problem. That's what I'm seeing. Go ahead, Mr. Fact.
I hear you. And that being said, so you don't feel like a woman is built for the kitchen, like the cook.
Huh?
They ain't ready for that.
What did you just say?
Ready for that truth? Are you serious?
Hold on, bro. Hold on, y'all. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Go back. What did you ask me? Maybe I missed it.
I gotta ask you.
Uh-huh.
You don't think women are built for the kitchen to cook? I'm asking yes or no.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Do I think women?
I ask you, it's a yes or no question. Yes or no?
Do I think women are built for the kitchen? No.
Yes. Okay, no. Then why did God install their
God?
Did God make kitchens?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we talking about? Hold on. Yeah, you saying anything. Go ahead, Nani.
Yeah, it's giving.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all just be making shit up, man. This is crazy.
But I kid you not, he would be able to say that stuff at a podcast, and all the men would be like, "They're not ready for that, bro. They're not ready for that.
Yeah, man.
They're not ready to hear that."
Man, I just want to let you know, in your ops